Hey everyone, welcome back to the Grace Period. My name is Diana Baines with Baines Creative Design. I have our other lovely hosts with us, Tia Green with Libe PR and Saber TV. We have Lauren Press with us with Lauren Liz Photo. And tonight we're talking all things wellness. So we have our special guest coming to us from Woodstock, Georgia, Samantha Dickey with Dirty Beauty. Welcome, Samantha.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm ready for mocktail hour and girls' night in.
Yes. Fantastic. So ready for this. Samantha, so you're right between Diana and I. Diana is in Dallas, Georgia, and I'm in Roswell, Georgia. So we're just like a little constellation over here.
And I'm the North Star.
Yeah.
Too far.
And she is our North Star up in New York.
Shine some light that way.
Perfect.
Leading us and guiding us.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm so excited for tonight.
Yes, I am too. I have like some super fun stuff to do with you guys tonight. I'm so excited.
So Samantha, tell me about Dirty Beauty, because I'm really excited to know more. Like, do you have a physical space people go? Tell me about how it is that you work with people and what your favorite modalities are.
Okay, so we have a lab that we work out of. And it's actually a co-working space, so it's very cool. And
awesome.
So we do some person-to-person things. We do a lot of things digital, and so that goes really good. And we do something that's super fun. We visit like schools and stuff like that, and we talk to girls and guys, mainly teenagers, about science, technology, engineering, and math. And we relate it to makeup and how to make it. So it's like a really fun way for them to learn math. And
oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're already interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fun, and it really goes with what we do. We formulate cosmetics, and we manufacture cosmetics, and it's so much fun, and it's just a blast to share that with teenagers.
That's so neat. Oh my goodness, what a unique way to bring those things to life, because I know, and I'm sure we all remember being in school and thinking, am I ever even going to need this for literally everything we didn't like? So I think that's such a cool thing to be like, no, look, this is like interesting real world application for what you're learning, and hopefully we can pay attention better.
Yeah, I think you use it in everyday life. I mean, women. And it's nice to find that, like Lauren said, that relationship to math and science.
Yeah, and like that it's fun as well. Like it's cool to see it, and then like of course I think it's so fun, and so I like when they have fun with it too. It's just it just really warms my heart to see that light bulb go off. I'm like, wow, this is like something I can relate to, and it's great. Yeah.
Where all do you travel to? Which schools in the area do you travel?
Just different schools, like mainly in Metro Atlanta, and so we also go to some girls clubs and stuff like that. And so we have some information on our website, and so people like reach out to us and say, hey, can we come to your school, or whatever the case may be. But we also work with a couple of organizations, and they kind of help us get the word out and kind of connect us with different schools that are interested in what we do.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that a lot, because it's all about women empowerment, and you're starting from just at a young age to show them what all they can do, not what they can't do, but what they can do.
Absolutely. And it just seems like, as I get older, I see that we as like adults, we expect young people to know what they want to do, when they're 20 or something, or 18, and so we kind of have to give them some things to consider. And so it's really cool to find the young and just say, hey, consider this, because they can take a lot in. They're in a technology age, and they understand a lot. So they can take the information and say, I don't like this, I don't like this, I love this, I like this, okay, how can I combine them into something that serves the world and makes me glad. So that's a cool aspect of what we do.
I think that's amazing. I mean, I feel so strongly about that, about how important it is to be exposed to a variety of different possibilities at that age. I changed my major like 5 or 6 times in college because I thought it was gonna be the one thing, and then I had to figure out very expensively in college what was and wasn't for me.
Right.
And it just would be really great if I didn't have to do that. So I mean, and that is what it is. But I think it's so easy to kind of either get stuck in that, I don't know, or just think, okay, well, here's this one thing and I'm going to stay here, and to find out maybe that's not it. So when you're putting things in front of them, say, hey, think about this, or just experience this and see if it lights anything up for you. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
You're giving them a taste of the future.
Yes.
Samantha, you said you do have a storefront, or it's a lab and then you sell online?
So it's a lab and we sell online. We do very kind of, not a whole lot of person-to-person stuff unless it's kind of out in the community. But yeah, it's mainly lab work that we do.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Well, how has this whole situation that's happened globally affected your business and what you're doing with the schools? Obviously, with the schools being closed, like how are you able to cater to this online, perhaps?
We've been doing digital classes and like digital situations, and it's been really great because this way we can reach a lot more students than we can when we go to a school. We can reach students anywhere. And so that's how we've been doing it, and it's been working out really well. And we're going to be sending out like kits and stuff so they can interact and do things along with us. And so that's how we're overcoming that quote unquote barrier. But we've been doing a lot of things digitally, and it's been working out nicely.
That's awesome.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that a lot, because even before COVID, you do a lot with STEM. So
yes.
With that being said, I mean, being in technology, did you guys do a lot of things virtually prior to all of this?
Not as much, just because it was kind of, it's kind of like almost a given how, you do kind of things in person, but now the given has changed. And so people are, you have to do it virtually now. And like you said, being in technology, it's kind of like, yeah, we can do this. And so that's a cool thing. And right now students are going to actual school virtually. And so it's just, people are taking yoga class virtually. They're they're taking all kinds of other classes virtually. They're having
virtually.
Exactly. Everything's virtual. And so it's a really it's kind of neat, just because we can reach more students like this. And I really appreciate that opportunity.
I'm excited because we're gonna get a taste of this virtual workshopping with you tonight.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited too.
But before we dive into our mini DIY session, share with us, what have you been doing during your grace period? Because our show is called the Grace Period, because this is not permanent. It's just a period of grace that we're taking this, more of an inspirational note of it. So what have you been doing during this time?
As far as what I've been doing kind of like for myself, is a lot of cooking, like cooking like a restaurant.
Fancy cooking?
So are you
culinary
doing
adventures?
We've been like doing this thing like, just making that we want to eat, not necessarily like for sustenance, but like, let's, make eggs Benedict or something like that, on Tuesday, at 11,
right.
So like, that's been kind of fun. It's, it's kind of been like chopped in a way because you can't always get what you want from the grocery store right now. So it's kind of like, we have to make this work and, be a restaurant at the same time. So that's been kind of fun and like satisfying.
What's been your favorite thing you've made so far?
Well, I'm gonna give it up to my daughter, who today she made some kind of like chicken tostada. That was so good. A side of asparagus, like with garlic crushed and stuff. I was like, okay,
Wow.
about
You may have a culinary artist in your household.
hey, that's right. If that's a discovery, that's like a good discovery.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
That's
She's
awesome.
like, she's young, she's 12. So we have a lot of good years. of
Wow.
culinary,
She's 12
like,
and she did
She's 12 and she made that?
yes.
That's amazing.
So we have a lot of years of culinary experiences.
We gotta put her in Junior Chopped.
Right?
Or the Junior Master Chef show.
Yeah, the kid version,
Wow.
right?
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is
So,
one.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so my second favorite, just to kind of lead into it, is my strawberry daiquiri mocktail that I've been having almost every day. And
I need the recipe.
right. It's just like strawberries, put them in the freezer, and then
Puree.
puree with some lime juice, and then you can have like a little sweetener if you want, and like then you go for it.
I love
Yum.
that. I
Right?
typically
Cheers.
cheers to that. Yeah.
Right? Cheers. Right?
Clink, 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 clink.
I'm over here with tea. I need all that.
Well, one of my favorite mocktails, I typically use like a kombucha and
Uh-huh.
add like
Oh,
sparkling water. So it adds like all the
nice.
bubblies. And then you can add like a berry or two in the mix. That's my type of mocktail.
Yes.
It's healthy too. It's healthy. Kombucha.
It's healthy.
you
Yeah,
know.
it's healthy. You can have it like any time of the day and feel like
Yes.
it's okay. But right
Well,
now you can do anything time of day and it's okay.
We started getting those little like the little like vitamin water little squirt things for, because like our kids will just go through, so we're like, whatever, they'll be drinking water and they can flavor it and then that'll be more fun for them.
Yeah.
And my fiance gave me the idea. He got like club soda and he was like, you can put it in this, and then it's like, it's like a healthier, fruit soda thing, and it was really good. So it's like
That sounds good.
so berry pomegranate is my favorite. So I've been doing like a sparkling berry pomegranate water.
Right?
Why
And
do I
like
not have
Love that.
right now? Oh well.
it's funny because there's like there's select things on the shelves now. So like I was looking for rice. There was no rice. But there was some like wild rice mix. It was like $10 for like this much or something.
Oh my goodness.
But it was like something new, it's like these things.
That's forcing us to try things.
Yeah.
Exactly, it is. It's forcing us to try these cool things. It was actually kind of neat, I didn't love it, but I liked it. So
Yeah.
it was a win.
Now, if you
Now
like
you know.
like bulk items, we
Yeah.
have been ordering from Boxed, boxed.com,
Uh-huh.
and also Nut Stop. And
Oh.
they have everything like from bulk, and it's just fresh grains, rice. Don't worry, I'll send it to everyone.
We're all like
But-
taking notes.
But Nut Stop is amazing. I mean, we bought like a lot of our beans that way, rices, our cocoa, our oats,
Yeah.
all things relative. But
I
no,
like
I love it.
Oh.
Very cool.
And they're not out of anything. So
Mm.
just to let everyone know that if you're looking for something, check out Nut Stop and Box.
Stop.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Well, I'm excited to dive into our girls' night out or girls' night in.
Girls' night in.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere else.
Action.
Girls' night, we gotta stay in, so might as well make the best of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have my mocktail, and I was thinking about what can we do that's fun, and so I didn't need the whole lime, so I'm like, let's use the lime in our like DIY treatment tonight, to kind of like make it kind of multifaceted and
Aromatherapy.
taste
Yeah.
therapy, all that. So that's what we're gonna do. And so what I thought we could do first is just kind of like get our little rinse bowl set up. And it's just like this, whatever bowl you have is great. This is just like a regular cereal bowl size from the Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna use filtered water, but that's just me being fancy. Just use whatever water, just use it. Don't even follow me up. This is the fancy version. Like off camera, I just use a tap water.
Honesty hour.
I'm just saying.
That.
So I just put, just halfway with water, and then I'm gonna add my my zested lime wedges in there. And if I want to, like kind of while I'm sitting here, I can just like kind of like dip my hands in there a little bit, because the acid is going to help exfoliate. It has its own kind of action, and also just kind of smells good. It like feels like you're doing something, it just seems like something special. Yeah.
I know, I'm zesting an orange.
Yeah, so you want to zest first, and then slice, and then put your limes in the water so it can kind of sit there and just be smelling good. And then you take a couple sips of your mocktail or your real cocktail in between.
Now, freshly zested orange. So good.
I just love the smell of it.
I know,
right? Doesn't
it smells so good.
When you're zesting it, it's like already you started the thing you're supposed to be feeling. You're starting as soon as you start zesting,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go get some water really quick. Not that prepared.
Okay, take your time.
Definitely getting water too to hydrate.
Yes, that's so important.
Mocktails and cocktails are amazing, but at times, definitely a glass of water.
You gotta have the real thing. You can't do the faux thing forever.
Okay, I've got my zested oranges in my water. It does smell
nice. Oh, awesome. So now you want to take your sugar or salt. I'm going to use sugar, and you have just a plain bowl, right? Just no water, but just plain.
Yes.
And you're going to put about 2 tablespoons. I'm using sugar today, of sugar or salt in your bowl. Yay.
Samantha,
and now
if you did not have, especially for right now when this is like sort of a weird time to try to get specific things at the store, if you didn't have a citrus fruit available, what else would you use?
So if you don't have a citrus fruit, you can use a 1/4 teaspoon of cocoa powder. You can use the contents of a mint tea bag, the contents of a chamomile tea bag. You can use about a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're just trying to get like some aroma, like you said, some aromatherapy here. So that's kind of what it's doing. Absolutely. But that's such a good question. And you can forego it altogether if you just have a little bit of sugar. Even brown sugar has like a little bit more of like a sweet scent to it. You can use a little bit of brown sugar, have a mix of white sugar and brown sugar.
You can use lemon juice, just pure lemon juice.
You can. You absolutely can. Just a little
or
bit of the pure
juice?
lemon juice. Or orange juice. Yeah, but if you're gonna use the orange juice, because it like dissolves it, you kind of want to be ready to use it at that moment, or kind of mix it in your hand, just because the liquid is gonna help to dissolve the sugar or the salt.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool. That's awesome. I love that this is so like accessible.
Yeah, it's accessible, very forgiving.
And you already got.
Yeah. And so now we're gonna and you know, I think this is probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon, but use everything. Use all of the zest that you just did. I mean, you just did all that work. So you might as well use it. And just add the zest to your salt or sugar. And like, it's just so cute, like, right?
Yes.
It's like sitting there cute. And you know, I can't get over that part. I love, this is like one of my favorite parts. And now you're just gonna kind of mix it together. And like, as you're mixing it together, like, it smells really good. Like, I don't know, I love the smell of the zest, you know, in with the sugar like this. And it also just looks really pretty. It looks like something that you'd find on Pinterest or something like that. You can get the perfect picture of it. You'd be like, you'd put it on Pinterest and be like, look.
I love making anything photo worthy.
Mhm.
Oh yes, Lauren, you're the expert.
Yeah, so Samantha, Lauren is the one that captures, well, she's actually a part of Team Liba as well. So she captures a lot of our clients' photos.
Well, yeah.
So she's been like admiring your photos, Lauren, with our restaurants.
I'm drooling over all of the yakitori photos. Like every time I see it, it's like his hand is like there, and like you can see steam coming up, and there's like red mist, like chicken things happening, and I'm like, I want to be there right now.
So much. They were very
You
fun
really-
to create those.
You really make it so that it's like the experience, even just on a screen, like is like right there. It's like better than being there almost, because like you capture the beauty of the things so well. I'm just like, I just want that food.
Oh, that you
Right
are so
now.
cool.
She does.
And Lauren, it's true. It is so true.
You're very
true.
sweet. Thank you. It's very yummy food though. So it's beautiful inherently. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. This is so pretty. Mine is all like orange and
I love it.
Oh my gosh, look at you all. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
That smells so good.
So now we want to take our oil. Now, if you had coconut oil, that would be amazing. Just if you had that like extra virgin coconut oil with the smell and the lime or the orange, it'd be like being at the beach or something almost.
yes,
Kind of.
like take me there. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's start with about a tablespoon of oil and just see what that's like, okay? So I'm using camellia oil, which is, you know, is maybe not that common in the store, but you can use olive oil or something, or safflower, but you kind of want to make it is like not the kind that has a scent. You know, you want the other scents to still shine through in this particular one.
Okay.
And so it's still looking pretty and smelling good. And it should kind of look like some kind of dessert that you should maybe flame and put in a flan dish. It should be looking like right now. You just want to stir that up and just mix it really good.
Do you still want it to be sort of crumbly?
Yeah.
Or do
Yeah,
you want it really wet and pasty?
Well, I think like if you had like a little bit more zest than I had, if you want, you can add a little bit more oil to it. So like I kind of like mine a little like quote unquote drier, you know, but sometimes I do like it oily. But if I wanted it more oily, then you could put like another tablespoon in. And if it's more oily, the oil's gonna kind of sit there a little bit and kind of, you know, not be incorporated as well, but it's still really nice. So so the fun thing about it is if you like something a little bit more oily, you can add like another tablespoon. But if you kind of like it, you know, kind of like dry, but it still moisturizes, then this might be a good place right here. Okay. So like that is like, that's just almost about it as far as our preparation goes. Now is the super fun part, because what I have is like, I have like a paper towel here. And the thing that I like about doing it this way is that instead of like rushing and trying to get to the sink because the water's running or whatever the case may be, you know, you kind of are almost forced to like spend some time with it.
Mhm.
So now I just kind of, you know, use my spoon. I'm gonna take some in my hand, you know, like that much, maybe. And now I'm gonna start to just rub it in my palms and just let whatever falls fall. And now I'm gonna smell a little bit like, I smell sweet and I smell some zesty zest. It feels like sand at the beach almost, and like a lime drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is so great.
So, right? So now I'm gonna get a little bit more, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, but like you said, I'm gonna start to go on all the sides here of my hands, and you know, pick some up and just stay here for a while. You know, and you know, the part about this is that, you know, we're taking some time and like focusing attention on, you know, just our hands right now. You know, we could do like our wrists, and we can go up to our elbows if we wanted, and like take our time and do it. Like we don't have nowhere to be, so we might as well take, you know, and you know, take the time that we have available, and you know, just do this.
This is it.
I'm gonna grab
the grittiness of the sugar and being really like, you know, kind of really trying to work it in everywhere. It's like a little hand massage. Just
yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, it's like a hand massage, and you can even like focus on your nails a little bit, because I know some people are saying, you know, their nails kind of need some attention right now.
Right.
And so this is a really good chance to do a little bit of that as well. And so now what you want to do is you have your water that you have that's got these beautiful slices, wedges and slices. Take a little bit of water, just like pick some up and let it drip in your hand, and then continue this process. And so now you have the water that's helping the oil, you know, kind of do some massage, and then some of that exfoliant is dissolving a little bit. So now you have some different textures going on there, and it's a new feeling almost.
It is.
Yes.
I love
and
this.
It still smells really good.
If you were to make some of this and put it in a container, is this like a shower thing you could do? Like take it in the shower and use it on your feet or something like that?
Arms.
I've done it already. Just let you know.
You can. I tell people, of course, to be careful, because this is like kind of slick. You can see how slick it is.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful. The other thing is that you want to try to use it like in one setting, just because, especially when it's dry, it's a little bit different. But when you start to add, you know, water to it, you don't want water to get in the mixture, because then it requires preservative at that point. So you want to try to use it like, you know, if you put some in like in a little bag and you wanted to, you know, use some in the shower right now, you still want to use it all. At the same time, you have to be careful, just because it's slippery, and it's going to make a surface slippery as well.
So I typically do it in the bath. Like, so when I do a bath,
more of a,
yeah.
Oh yeah, this would be so nice to do your feet on the sitting on the edge of the tub or something.
That's what I did. Yes.
Use up a little pedicure.
Yeah. Yes. And so now again, you know, as you're going, and just when you start to add that water, it's just, I don't know, something's really, really amazing happens. And you want to just add like a little more and a little more, because it's, you know, it's doing something new every time you add a little bit. And basically what that's doing is that the water and the oil, you know, they're not combining per se, because they don't mix. At the same time, like some of the rubbing that you're doing is causing you know, some of it to be forced together, and it's making it, you know, borderline creamy. And that's feeling good.
It does. And like, I'm sure that there's, you know, some oils from like what we zested too.
Yes.
You know, to like the fruit oils.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
Right. And so now I'm just gonna, you know, kind of start to rinse a little bit, but not too fast because we're not in a rush. It feels really good. And again, like, you know, you can focus on your nails a little bit and let some oil get in there, and like, you know, kind of work on some of the, you know, some dry skin that might be lingering in that area.
Mm.
And then you can, like, you know, work a little bit of this lime or something in your hands too. Like right now I have some of the lime in there, and again, the citrus is doing a little bit of exfoliating itself, you know, and it's causing like a new, you know, variable to be introduced in making some fun here as well. Just like using that juice of that orange or that lemon or that lime, and mixing it with the water.
I just have to say, I've done this with Samantha like almost half a dozen times, and every time I do this with you, Samantha, I learn something new. So
Yeah,
I love this.
I'm so glad, because the thing about it is, you know, the questions that you guys asked before about, you know, what can we use if we don't have this or don't have that. Like you said, every time you do it, you can try something different. You can try salt next time or try something else. You know, it's just, it really is fun. And even the process of, you know, sitting down and getting your stuff, getting your tools together, and, you know, making something like this, very, very simple. It, you know, it's not like, you know, you have to let it sit for 20 minutes and come back and take the temperature, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, it's those types of things, it makes it even more pleasurable because it doesn't require a lot of, you know, work. But the benefits are there. And now you see, like, your hands are nice and moist. They smell really good. They
And
feel
it's soft.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's soft, exactly. And if you have like a little oil, if you want to massage a small amount of oil, if you want a little extra, you can massage a small amount of that same oil that you had. I usually just like try to just like, maybe I might just dab a little bit, but I don't want to dry all of that off. I rinse it really well and then kind of just let it air dry. And you know, then I go, you know, grab the remote and you know, find something on Netflix.
Yes.
I'm finished. So you know, that's something that you can do. And then you know, I love the idea of having like a, you know, a strawberry a surprise Samantha, something like that, you know, and making it like a thing. Or if you know, you have candles or you like that kind of thing with it, or you know, you know, whatever you want to kind of add to it, like, you know, a cup of green tea and music. Yeah.
And it's perfect for date night.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hand massages.
Yes, it is.
And foot too, and your foot. I don't mind doing a nice foot massage for the love of my life.
Samantha, exfoliating like this, how often is it okay to do? Like the amount of skin that you're exfoliating, like, I know they say sometimes you can't really exfoliate too frequently, but like,
right.
I don't know, what's okay?
I would say, you know, once or twice a week is definitely okay, because you know, if we're using like sugar or salt, it's pretty gentle, you know, and it is on our like hands, or if you do something for the feet, which, you know, kind of, it doesn't really hurt because these areas are, you know, can be a little rough. And so, you know, I wouldn't do it like on, right, exactly, definitely not on the face, but for sure you can do it once or twice a week, I think, pretty easy. And it's pretty gentle, and like you can see, like, you know, it's, nothing stinging, even though we use like citrus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't believe how nice it, I mean, like my hands feel so like just nice and soft, and you know, like I'm already a bit of an obsessive hand washer, and then with all this going on, with all the like wash your hands after every single thing. I mean, if you even like look at another person, wash your hands, and
Right.
you know,
Yes.
and like the hand sanitizer and all of that, and just trying to be so careful with things that like you would normally wash your hands after getting your mail, but now you are, you know, and so it's really taking a toll so much faster than it usually does. Even my fiance, his hands too. So like, I think this is a nice thing for everybody to do a little like, take care.
Yes. You know, it is. And like, even like for teens or something, and like do like a little spa, you know, spa day.
Yes.
And, you
oh
know,
yes, D, you and Bella. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And like have them make it, you know, and what do you want to put in yours? That kind of thing.
Yeah,
that sounds
that's a good
fun.
idea.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. And you know, you can do like cucumbers on the eyes. I know that's cliche, but it's a
I
thing.
love that.
You know? And so that's like a thing, you know, to use one of the days. You know, something to do. What can we do today? And robes and towels and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diana has a 4-year-old little boy and a 9-year-old little girl, and so like this is perfect for both of like even Lucas would love this. He'd be like, "What? I get to like smash together sugar and oil?" Yeah.
Yeah, you would love it.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
And the mom can sneak a little self-care while entertaining.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
Like I totally feel so renewed. Like my hands feel renewed I've been doing it 3 times a week. I mean, this
nice.
Because as much as Lauren, you're saying you're washing your hands, but you know, working with your hands, and I'm always on my computer doing my thing.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I give my hands so much love now that it's like, wow, yeah, you're really paying attention to my hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
You like cuticles look happier.
I love it.
I love it. I so
oh my
love
goodness.
it. So I definitely want to share this too. So Samantha and I, I'm actually gonna ask you, Samantha. So you know how we're doing our challenge? Like it's like now we have the Grace Period Challenge, and Savor TV, we're doing all these challenges to help out the ones in the front line. And what's one thing that you have done? I already know, but I would love for you to share with the viewers and with Diana and Lauren. What have you done for several first responders?
Just sent them like a little care package of, you know, some products that they can use. I'm sure they're beyond busy, and so even to maybe put something like this together, even though they might want to, let's just, you know, kind of send them something that they can use that's ready for them to use, and you just let them know that someone is thinking about them and you know, concerned about them and cares about them. So we've been sending just little small care packages.
That's so wonderful.
That's really great.
I would love to see if, you know, anyone takes this challenge where you head over to Dirty Beauty Skincare. Either you can make something yourself and ship it, or you can head over to Dirty Beauty Skincare and reach out to her to see if she can do it for you, because she's already done it for a couple of my nurses that are truly dearly, like, mean so much to me, that are family and friends. So I feel that, you know, this is our time to really show our community how much that we love them and we do really care. So I think adding that factor of a challenge actually pay it forward challenge in a way.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like, don't just, I love that.
Yeah.
I could totally see how nice it would be even to be able to send it to like, to the hospital so that it's in wherever, like wherever it is that the medical staff are able to like take a break and like, you know, kind of get cleaned up and rest for a minute, to have something there, or people can just see like, something that just smells relaxing. I mean, something that is like, you know, that is a little like this, the fact that it was like, it feels really nice, it smells really nice, it's like a whole body, you just feel yourself relax a little bit more than just to think like, oh, okay, I need to relax. It's like, it helps you really facilitate that.
Yeah.
And it's quick enough to do in
Facilitate.
5-10 minutes, you know?
Yes,
But I'd
exactly.
be able to like gift that to, you know, a space where they are taking a break to be able to do that. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
that's that. I like that. I like that idea very much. Absolutely. Or just like you said, anything that, you know, just send them something. If it's not from us, that's good. Or even just the idea and say, you know, that's even something to just share the idea with them so that, you know, maybe, you know, on their few days off right now, they can spend, you know, 20 or 30 minutes and do something like this. So I feel like that would be helpful also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us, Samantha.
It was fun.
You're
Love
welcome.
this.
Thank you
Oh,
for
my
this time. I just had so much fun with you guys.
I just loved kicking off spring with a little bit of a wellness and just having girl
goodness.
time.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
And then we'll have an after-hour segment, right? I was kidding.
Yes.
After hours, grace period. What's really going on? Well, you'll
Exactly.
see on our IGTV channel.
Behind the scenes, yeah. Reunion.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Samantha, for everything and being on our show. And I'm so excited that Lauren and Diana, you were able to dive deep into this wellness activity that I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. And I like to share my wealth of knowledge and friends, you know. So
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Samantha, tell us and anybody watching where are all the places you are online?
So we're on at dirtybeauty.com on our website. You can also visit us at makeupxmath.com. That's kind of like our makeup site where you can also like donate a portion of your sales to like a group that advocates for STEM. And on Instagram and Facebook, we're at Dirty Beauty. And on YouTube and Twitter, we're at Dirty Beauty Skin.
Nice. Awesome.
Very cool. And if you're an educator that wants to, you know, take on, you know, have you come and do something like this maybe in the fall, you know, is that where they would find it on the Makeup X Math?
Makeup X Math or Dirty Beauty. We have like a survey sheet that they can fill out so that we can visit them. And also if they want to do something virtual with their class, something similar to this, we can do that as well.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's true, because now school is virtual for the rest of the school year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's been like, we need content.
Yes.
Activities.
Exactly.
Yes, and fun learning.
Exactly. Activities. They need something to do, please. Activities. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're really happy that you were on board with us tonight. And everyone, just to let you know, make sure you tune in with Samantha on her channels every day. I know you just released a DIY activity on your own YouTube channel. So make sure you guys follow her there.
Yes.
You guys follow her there.
Absolutely.
But
thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. It's so wonderful to meet you and get to play with food with you.
Yeah, enough fellas, I love this.
I've had a great time with you guys as well. I really have enjoyed it myself, and you guys are fun to be around, even if it's, you know, around a screen.
And that's what the grace period is all about.
Yeah.
You know, taking this time, having a bit of grace, having a little bit of inspiration and fun, and putting it together. And hopefully we can inspire and elevate everyone's like mood and happiness during this time.
Yes, I love it. It's so good.
Well, thank you, everyone. And Lauren, would you like to close out?
All right. Thanks everyone for being here. Just, you know, keep checking in, Saber TV online where you'll see things posted. And we'll be back on Monday at 7. And just, you know, have a great weekend. It's Easter weekend. Enjoy every bit of, you know, just positivity and peace that you're given. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Give yourself some grace.
Ideas, post below.
Oh, yes. If you have,
Yes.
I questions that you want answered, show ideas, comment below.
Yes, please.
All
post
right.
below. But until
Thanks,
next time, everyone, stay safe and continue to savor away.
Yay.
Bye.